Back guys to the live streams, to some more device mod development. If you guys weren't aware, I actually went to Melbourne for the weekend. I went there for a gaming convention, so that's why you didn't see any live streams since Friday, because it was Friday, Saturday and Sunday basically, or Sunday I had my flight back, and obviously I wasn't going to stream that night because I've been dead. I'm not going to lie, I've been dead for last night and Sunday and even today. I just needed to recover, and finally, you know, I'm a bit better now, so we're going to be live streaming again. We're live streaming again. Now my room is a little bit messy because I don't know, I just got back from Melbourne. I'm just so tired right now, so you know, I haven't been bothered to really do anything. Oh, it's just my bed that's messy, and I got my luggage down here which you can't see, but I gotta pack them up at some point. But welcome back everybody. I see you guys all in the chat right there. But yeah, we're going to be doing some more device mod development today, guys. And if you are excited, you're excited for this comeback, for this live stream today, make sure you guys go ahead, snap that like button, snap it right in half. And as always, as well, go over to my Twitter profile, link is in the description below. Follow me and then retweet the tweet that says retweet for a shout out. Then I'll be shouting your guys' names out right at the end of the stream. Now don't worry, this video or this live stream will be up on my channel later, so if you happen to not be at the end here at the end, you can still watch it later on. Now give me 1 or 2 minutes right now. I'm gonna quickly go get a hot drink because it's a bit, I don't know, I feel like a hot drink right now. So I'll be back in a second. Then we're gonna continue this live stream here. But yeah, get excited. I'll be back in a second. I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I just had to get my drink. If you just joined in, I was just getting a hot drink there. But yeah, we're going to get straight into this now. So we're doing some more device mod development now. I didn't really have a lot planned for this live stream today, but I am actually currently implementing something, and this is actually somebody submitted a pull request. I'm just kind of refining it a little bit more so it's better for you guys if you want to actually implement it yourselves. But pretty much some person started it and I'm finishing it, but adding the ability to create your own kind of icon sets. So maybe you want to implement emoji, maybe you want to implement your own kind of icon sets. I don't know. So basically there's going to be an interface that you're going to be able to use. So you get like the icon asset, the icon size, grid width, grid height, the U and the V index, and then the drawer. So this is being used here on our icons class, so it implements icon, and then basically, you know, we can actually keep this kind of, you know, how we've done this here with just enums, which is really good, and I like it how I've actually done it like that. So as you can see, I've implemented it here. So get icon assets is basically the texture with all our icons on it that we've created so far. You guys should be familiar with that because we've done a ton of icon live streams. And yeah, we get the icon asset, the icon size. So this is the size of the icons, so they're 10 by 10. Obviously this implementation, you know, well, actually for the grid size here, we've got here grid width and grid height. For this implementation, we're just passing it to both the grid width and the grid height. We can change it obviously if you want to. Then get the U and the V index of the icon, and then we also have the draw function, which should be like a default thing, because if we don't need it, then we don't need it. Like, it should be like the same for every single icon, but there should be like the possibility to override it, which I think you can. So there is like in interfaces default, then we need a body. So we should be able to do something like this. So if we grab that, and then we also need to calculate, you'll see in a second here, we'll need to get icon asset, get icon size, just do a bunch of these. And then here is where it's a little bit different, because this is going to be the width of the asset and the height of the asset. So basically how we calculate that is times icon size by the width and then icon size by the height here. So pretty simple if you ask me. Cray, it's too early for this. It's 6:37. No, it's not. I can't stream it. At some point in the world, it's 3 AM right now. At some point in the world, it's midnight. At some point, it's 7 AM in the morning. I can't please everybody. Can everybody get on the same time zone as me, so we can all be 9 o'clock? Unfortunately, it doesn't work, my friend. It doesn't work, my friend. We live different places in the world. I can't stream everybody. That's just how it is. It's gonna take an hour for the chat to get better. No, it's not. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. We're getting straight into this. We're gonna be crazy. And it's like, yeah, someone said, and it's not like you have to watch the live stream. Yeah. All right. So I'm not sure how am I gonna do this. So we might do something like int size equals get icon size int asset width equals get grid width times size and then we can replace a lot of this with just the size here. And pop that there. Easy, boom. You done though. Big shock. Ha! Fire in the booth. I tell you, man's not hot. I said man's not hot. Ha! I said babes. Man's not hot. You have to retweet the tweet for a shout out. Yeah, that's what you have to do, guys. Retweet the tweet on the shout out on my Twitter profile for a shout out. That I'll be doing that right at the end of the stream. But what I might do is actually talk about my weekend. Are you guys want to know what I did at PAX? Because it was an absolutely crazy weekend. Honestly, so much fun. If you guys didn't follow me on Twitter or Snapchat, or even Instagram. I posted a couple of pictures over on there. You wouldn't have known what went on, but it was PAX. If you guys know what PAX is, it is a gaming convention. It's an international gaming convention, and I basically went to the Australian version. So I was actually sent out by Lenovo Legion and GoToGame, and they sent me out there with a bunch of other influencers. So, you know, other YouTubers, other Twitch streamers, and that type of stuff. I was supposed to be playing PUBG. If you guys know what PUBG is. Pretty much I was playing with them. I was supposed to be playing with them, but obviously my broken arm, which I've still got, by the way, guys. I've still got a broken arm. Can we get a hashtag pray for Cray? I'm in pain. Not really. I'm not in pain, but, you know, it's a bit annoying having a cast on. But it's getting better. I'm actually getting it off on Thursday. I'm getting it off on Thursday. Yes, finally. But it's still going to be healing. It's just that it doesn't need to be in a cast anymore from Thursday. So, yeah, I'll hopefully be able to play games again on keyboard. I'm so looking forward to that. I miss a couple of things. Cray, do you live in Sydney? No, I don't. But pretty much it was just 3 days of craziness. Like, I mean, obviously, there's so much to look at. Like, we actually had time to do whatever we wanted, but we did have like a scheduled time where, you know, we're gonna be at the booth, promoting it. But besides that, you know, we had a really good time. A lot of parties as well. So we had like a launch event, which was really good. So a launch event for GoToGame, because they just started up a couple of months ago. We had a Lenovo party I went to. Where else did we go? We went to the Twitch party. That was really good. And we also went to a party for a game called Warframe. If you guys have ever heard Warframe. Went to a party for that, which was really cool. So that was on like some sort of rooftop bar, pretty cool. But it was crazy. So much stuff went on. It's like it's always like that. It's just a non-stop kind of grind. You know, when you're at PAX, like, you know, there's no kind of break. Like, you'll think you're having like some sort of break, but then an hour later you're doing something like intense, and it's just, you can't get out of it. But it's always a great weekend. It's one weekend that, you know, all us YouTubers love, like, getting together. And like, I talked to so many people. It was actual insane. And I met so many new people as well. Like, it's just so cool being around like a bunch of YouTubers and streamers that, you know, understand you, and also like just the people in general at these conventions, because they're all gamers. So basically, you know, I was talking to so many people. It was actually insane. I really loved it, and I cannot wait for next year again. I cannot wait for next year. Like, seriously, the most fun I've ever had. Like, probably this year, you know. So really, I cannot wait to do it again. It's going to be bigger and better as always. It just keeps getting amazing. Seriously, my best PAX I've actually been to. It's my third one in a row as well. Which was, you know, I've been to 3, and this one definitely topped it. If they did a PAX Mumbai, that'd be great. I can't travel to Melbourne, you know. Where is that? You have to travel to Melbourne. You can't, like, why do they do like a PAX in my house, you know? You're gonna travel, it's an adventure. That's good. Alright. So this implementation should work. So we're gonna run this right now, and let's pray it does work. Otherwise, I blame the person who submitted the PR. I blame the person that submitted the PR pull request, if you guys wanted to know. And any of you guys in the chat, I'm not sure, maybe you're not old enough, or maybe you're not allowed to watch it, but if you are, have you guys watched the new Stranger Things series? Have you guys watched the new Stranger Things series? Now, I'm not going to talk about it, because just in case some of you guys haven't watched it yet, but it's good. It is pretty good so far. Like, I had kind of, I don't know, when I first saw the trailer, I had like, I don't know, it felt like you know, they were just milking it a little bit, but then like, you know, once I watched the series, like it's changed my mind a lot, and I really like it. I just like it's really impressed me. It's really impressed me with it, and I'm just about to finish the last episode, so I can't wait to watch that after this live stream has actually finished. Pax in my house would be so better. Yes, it is so cool. Yes. Alright, dope. Yeah. It is really cool. If you guys didn't know, I haven't actually pushed the files branch into this one that I'm working at the moment. Math homework. there's nothing inside, don't worry. There's nothing inside. It's my math homework. It's nothing else. It's literally my math homework. What are you guys thinking? But yeah, it looks like the icons are all working. If they weren't working then, you know, a lot of this stuff would not be showing up correctly. And we can see here. Look at all these icons. How beautiful are these? How beautiful are these? We worked on like a ton of these last week. It's actually, it's really cool. It's really cool. And if you guys have any suggestions for this mod, or you have icon suggestions, please do let me know in the chat. I always appreciate your suggestions, guys. And like, you know, I do look at them in the chat when we are, you know, doing like a suggestion, what do I call it? I don't know what to call it. A suggestion session. That's what we're gonna call it, a suggestion session. It's basically where I just dedicate my time to look at the chat for suggestions, but it's actually insane. Ugh. No, I don't have Netflix, but it looks good AF. Yeah, seriously, you need to get it. You need to get it. You need to get it, my friend. It is super duper fun. Didn't I change these icons to white? Or no, I did that in a... that's right. I accidentally committed to the wrong branch, so I changed these to whites in a different branch, and I regret it. I regret it. Why did I do that? I do not know. I still got this massive beard. What do you guys think of my beard? I'm just going to ask that right on stream. What do you guys think of my beard? Because, like, it's going to be weird going back to my... Because I haven't done a video on my main channel in a while just because of my arm. And I can't actually, like, play the game properly. Or comfortably. I won't be able to do, like, an hour recording session of playing the game, so... That's a little bit of a problem, but people, I'm gonna go back to this. I'm gonna go back to my main channel with face cam and have this beard, and people are like, "What the flip is that?" Oh, that's good. If you're wondering about the icons I've done, these are all the icons that I've done, guys. Keep the beard. I'm not much into fantasy, so I passed on Stranger Things. The only family shows that I liked was American Gods. I saw the trailer for that and it didn't look good. Not my type of movie. Oh, not my type of movie. I mean, not my type of series. I don't know. I'm a big sci-fi type fan, so, you know, Stranger Things was something that, like, attracted me. Mr. Robot is a good show too. If you guys have any suggestions for shows that I should watch on Netflix, do let me know. Now, like, Netflix here is a little bit different to, like, in America or anywhere else in the world because of licensing and that type of stuff. So, a show you might suggest might not actually be available here, but suggest it anyway. I'll make sure I'll go to check it out. Or something like that. But yeah, icons are working. It looks like this new system is working, so you guys will actually be able to implement this now. I'm like trying to think how to do this. So pretty much like yeah, it has to be eye icon, otherwise it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that's right. Alright, it's all good. It's all good. It's just that people might get confused on how to implement it, but I guess I would be like reference the this class or something like that as an implementation, and we can actually get rid of that. Don't need that anymore because we put inside an icon here the default method for that, but it is still overridable if people want it. Yeah, nah, it's not possible to add Netflix or YouTube. This is a discussion that we've had like a lot. I'm not gonna go into it all again because I feel like I'm repeating myself quite a lot. But if you guys are a regular viewer, you would know that I've said this quite a lot. But YouTube, Netflix not going in the mod. If it was that easy, then I would have been in. But the thing is, like, to put it in this perspective, like, I don't even know where to start with it. I wouldn't even know where to start with it. Okay, I'm not even going to talk about it. I feel like if I start talking about it, I'm going to get into it too much and just blabber on and make the stream boring. So we're going to forget about talking about it. Let's just say I don't even know where to start if I'm going to implement it. Yeah, I can write a custom component, but then what goes in the render method? What goes in the render method? How do you render a video? Someone's like, it's easy, you know, you do it like this. It's not like, oh, you just pop this in. How do you actually do it? How would you do it? Yeah, there's very hacky ways to do it, and somebody has, but it's very hacky and it's not perfect. I'll say that right now. It's like, it's an experiment, it was done, but it's a very hacky way, and it was glitchy on my computer. It had an extra window outside of Minecraft. What size does a app icon have to be? It has to be 14 by 14. Alright, so that is all a Gucci. So Gucci. And now we're gonna commit that. We'll commit that right now. Let's just make sure I don't commit something else here. So that's button. It's all good. That's good, I guess. So good, I guess. So good, I guess. So good, I guess. Yeah, it's good. That's fine. That's fine. That is not fine. Application icons. Come here. Here. Alright, so that's all good. Commit that. Refine. Refine custom icons implementation. Sounds like a good method, a good commit. Sync that up. If you guys don't know, we have a Discord server, so if you're new here and you want to get involved with developing apps for the device API, I developed the API which you guys then use to develop apps. So I don't really develop apps, but it's a way you guys can actually create it. So if you want to be a part of it, there is a link in the description below for the Discord server here, and we have a good time. And I also have like this little commit feed here, so you'll see all the commits that I do, and as you can see, it just posted the one I just did then, so there you go. Alrighty. So that's all good. What I'm actually going to do is delete this class here called a button arrow, because it's like useless now. It's useless now. Look at it. This is everything that it does. And you know, I'm allowed to delete it because it's not well, we haven't had an initial release yet, so API changes are allowed. So if this breaks your code, sorry, but goodbye. And it's gonna break some of my code, I know that's gonna happen, but we're gonna fix that up very, very easily. And we can just do that literally by doing 0, 0. We're getting rid of that. And then do icons dot chevron right. Easy fix. So it's not even like, there's not even any changes really at all. And then boom, chevron left, boom, easy. Nothing crazy at the moment. And then we actually need to do here left, re-implement this a little bit better here. Oh no, I wish this is actually how's this? Okay, I know, don't worry. This is this is not a good way to use these things, because this is actually rendering it raw. It's not actually using a layout here or anything in this implementation, so not good. Alright, so that's that. Example. Chevron left. We might need to change these. Yeah, we do. Do this. What was that one? Whoopsie. Up. Let's just write that now. Up. Right. Left, up, right, down. Alright, so that's that, and then we're also going to do left button dot set padding to 1. That will fix up the size of it, and I think you also need to do that in taskbar. I should have done that. Alright, so button left dot set padding. Set padding 1. There we go. Same for button right too. That's all Gucci. Alright, so look at the chat here. You should add maps. It shows a map of your area. That's not a bad idea. Somebody should actually like implement that in like a radar type thing on the laptop, which would be pretty good. Imagine like detecting players coming towards you. Where's the brand of monitor that Cray is using? So I got, like, if you want all my specs for my computer, they're actually on my about section on my channel, but I think it's on my main channel about section, so you can find all the specs there about my monitors. They're not 4K. When I actually bought my monitors, there was no such thing as a 4K monitor. I don't think even 4K TVs were a thing. But they're good monitors. I'll tell you that right now, they're good monitors. Icons. Yeah, I don't even care about this really. Boat races. Oopsie, cancel. Tile grid. Oh, okay. Ooh. Alright, let's make sure we actually do this properly. And then we'll button next category, set padding 1. Oh no, this don't really need this one, but we'll just implement it properly anyway. Because it's a part of boat races. Alright, there we go. Fix up the imports. And we got one more error. Our item list. Easy fix. Oopsie, no, that's going to be button. Chevron up. And chevron down. Easy. Alright, so that's that fixed up. Make sure, oh yeah, and we're going to change around button toggle here to do an eye icon. Did it do the right one? Yeah, it did. Alright, cool. So use an eye icon instead. And we do need to implement some other methods here that we forgot. But we'll do that in a separate commit just so we're not changing too much and then don't understand what the commit actually did. Facebook should be added. Somebody could do it. My hobby is programming, but in HTML and JavaScript and also Ruby. Yeah, I love web development. I never worked with Ruby though. I've heard of it, but I haven't worked with it because there's no need to. Well, it hasn't been any need to for me. Boat Races game just crashed my whole game. Wonder what happens with the in development game. Or in development mod, I should say. Alright, so let's go ahead, commit this. Let's make sure it's all up to date. Because I know this and it just can do weird stuff. Removed button arrow. Yeah, we'll do it on this one. I was like, do I do it on this branch? But, you know, whatever. I'm still learning Java and I hate C++ so much. Nah, don't hate it, dude. Don't hate it, dude. It's a lot more confusing than Java, but once you learn C++, you realize the kind of, you know, like kind of that it's really good. You gotta just learn about memory. Memory is the one thing that then makes C++ really easy. Is once you learn how the memory works in it, then you're all good. Well, learning how memory is stored, I should say. Learning how memory is stored and, you know, all the extra features that you can do in it as well is really good. So you can change, like, you can change what all the operators do, which is really nice. You can save on memory, so instead of giving copies of your object out all the time, you can give like the actual reference to that object, and then, you know, change it however you like. You can get a memory address, which is probably the one thing, or that's the one thing in Java you can't do, is get memory addresses. But you know, it's I haven't actually used it, but I've learned it, and I really want to do something with it. I just don't know. I don't know what to do in C++. If you guys have any ideas what I should do in C++, do let me know, because I want to start actually, you know, writing some C++. I feel like, you know, I've learned about it. I've practiced a lot of times with like tasks and that type of stuff, and you know, I've been, you know, really good at it, but I've never actually, you know, used it for any project. It is easy. Why not just create your own new computer? Just create your own new computer. What's it like? There's like this argument, and it's like people hating on Java. Like, I know it's restrictive, but obviously that's because, you know, they've wanted to make it work on every single operating system right once, run on everything. However, that's kind of been turned into write once, debug on all. But it's obviously restricted a lot of stuff in terms of memory because of that feature of Java. And a lot of things you can't do that you can't do in C++. But when somebody says, why are you programming in Java? You should be using C++ instead. Like, it gives you a lot more lower access control in C++. But then it's like, you could be like, why don't you just write in, you know, like, even a lower language than that, so you can have even more control. But then, like, the lower you get, the more difficult it gets, the more mistakes you're gonna make. So Java's that kind of one where Java's that kind of, you know, high level, I think it's, yeah, high level programming where it's very hard to make a mistake. C++ gets a little bit more mistakes in it. Then as soon as you go lower, why don't you write CPU instructions? Why don't you write in 0 and 1 so you have the ultimate control? No, you can't write in 0s and 1s, it's impossible. You could, but zeros, I am gonna argue 0s and 1s give you the ultimate control in what your program does. I don't know why anybody doesn't program in that. C++, get out of here. I want that 0s and 1s program. I want to send instructions manually to the CPU. Alright, there's my rant over. But I feel like a lot of people don't hate on Java as much now. But I still see a lot of comments like, why are you programming in Java? But I just ignore half of those comments. Pascal assembly Cray? Nah, I haven't learned it. Like, there's almost no need, because like a lot of these kind of more low-level programming languages are ones that were implemented in like the 80s, the 90s. I mean, it was probably the 80s actually, because, you know, they didn't have any high-level, kind of higher-level programming languages like C++ and Java back then. But now it's made it like a lot easier now, and you know, you're prone to less problems as well. I don't think anybody should have to learn those low-level programming languages. Very low-level programming languages to know programming. Just do what you want to do, I say. Do what you want to do, you know. Doesn't matter what programming language, as long as, you know, you're enjoying it, you're learning programming. I know it is good to learn multiple languages, but do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. I don't care. 1001. I read that. I didn't even have to read what you read in the brackets there, dude. All those 1s and 0s. I thought that meant that read Cray, obviously. Who didn't know that? Seen you in seasons. Alright. So that's implemented. Now what we're gonna do is... I don't know. I really came to the stream today, you know, I just came back from Melbourne. I didn't have a lot of time to plan a lot of stuff out. But if you guys have any ideas on what we should do right now, because we have a couple of options. We can keep working on some more icons, which is always quite fun, and it seems like you guys, you know, like it, so turn it into an icon stream. We could also, what else do we do? Let me have a look at my to-do list. Let's have a look at our to-do list. Actually, we could work on implementing icons into text. Oh no, hold up. That's going to require a bit more work. I'm not going to do that now, actually, because I want to refactor text areas and text fields before I actually want to implement icons into them. I'll get to that later on. But let's go ahead. I'm actually going to go to material. Oh no, it's called Bootstrap. Bootstrap, if you guys don't know, it's a popular responsive framework that a lot of people use to build websites, and they have a lot of cool kind of user interface type examples. Now, obviously not all of them are appropriate for this API, because they're with web development in mind. They designed a lot of stuff. I know it's examples, documentation, components. Alright, because this is where I actually got a lot of you know, my type of things from. What's that badge? Oh, okay, it's one of those type of things. Okay, don't think we'll actually need that in a breadcrumb. No, we don't need a breadcrumb. Buttons. So buttons like a thing like, you know, we've done. We could implement with buttons, right? We could implement like colors to it, so you could like turn it a different color. I thought you meant Bootstrap the animator. Don't you use responsive framework on your own website? Yeah, I do. I do use that. I want to redesign my website, but you know, like, it's so much time to do that, you know, like, I already spent hours upon hours work on my website and doing, you know, creating all these custom layouts and that type of stuff. It's a lot of time. It's not an easy job, but I've always wanted to like redesign it in a new framework, because my one's a little bit, you know, I don't know. It's like it's kind of like a really it's not a popular one. I want to do like maybe a different one. Alright, let's have a look. I missed all the others. Could you do a real quick recap? What do you want a real quick recap on? I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you mean by you missed all the other live streams. Is that what you mean? Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Alright, so we could do this real quickly. We're actually going to compare to files, update from files, pop that into here, sync that up. What changes did that implement? We'll check out in a sec here. I'm pretty sure it was oh yeah, if you guys didn't know, let's check this out real quick. So let's load up the game right here. We actually redesigned oh no, okay, don't worry. That was right. Just the file browser wasn't implemented correctly for this, so we just fixed it up there real quickly. But check this out. Gonna watch this video on computer because Android annoys me. But nowhere and not longer. Remember, remember. Alright, so if you guys didn't see, we actually redesigned file browser. Now I'm going to change it up, this header color, which I might actually do right now because, you know, this looks like a lot better because we basically implemented we made use of the new icons that we added in. So as you can see, we got like new folder, new file, new folder, copy, cut, clipboard, and we've changed it on here to actually use those icons now, as you can see. And we've also, you know, changed the color of this, so it's now like a yellow folder, and looks pretty damn awesome if you ask me. That was an easy block, I'm not gonna lie. That was an easy block in chat. Cool. There you go, dude. Alright, let's have a look. Can you do a tutorial on your house on other YouTube? Yeah, I do want to actually do a building tutorial, which is a very difficult house. I'll tell you that right now. It's a very difficult house on how to learn how to build it. But yeah, I'll try and, you know, get one ready for you guys. Probably maybe this weekend. I want to get back into it. Once my arm is off, once this thing is off, I'm going full force. I'm going full force on my main channel. I'm going full force on my main channel. I'm so scared. It's a troll with the devil emoji. Oh yeah, oh god. Oh no, what am I gonna do? You know, I haven't dealt with this for my whole entire YouTube career. I'm so scared. Like seriously, like there's just a thing about like people now, like I don't even care. Like people can go on my chat and be like, "You're cringe, you suck," that type of stuff. But like, this is their comment, right? This is their comment. Did I miss something? Did something just happen? Oh no, it didn't. It's all good. So like, you know, it's completely different now. Like people just like think they're so cool. Like, oh, I'm gonna type this. I just wrecked Cray. Like it doesn't even matter now. Like seriously, it doesn't even matter. Haters gonna hate. Potatoes gonna potato. You laugh, you lose. The rules are simple. Alright, so I want to change around this header color here. Now the color that I had in mind is simple. The rules are simple. We're going to bring up Photoshop. Bringing home the bacon. What? There was this really funny joke I just keep thinking about in Stranger Things 2. I'm not gonna say it just because it'll be spoilers, but I had to pause the actual video to laugh about it because like I wouldn't have been listening properly. But there's this really funny joke in it. Oh god, I'm just thinking about it right now, just how funny. I gotta rewatch it. Whoop. Oh, I'll rip. Oops, hold up. There we go. Just trying to deal with chat for a second here. You should rename this channel to Mr. Goldfish. No, I'm not Mr. Goldfish. I'm Mr. Crayfish, dude. I'm Mr. Crayfish. It's just the different color profile picture indicates a different channel type, so they're not the same. You know, a lot of people here, like, they don't come from my second channel because from my main channel. Like, it's different content, and that's why I split it up, because I don't want people subscribed to my main channel for content they're not gonna watch. So it's better to split my programming and stuff up from stuff that's a little bit more general and different types of videos. A lot better. Hey Austin TV, how you doing? Did Cray use a cracked version of Photoshop? No, dude. I got Creative Cloud because I get a discount for my YouTube. It's still, oh no, not for my YouTube, for university. Still cost me $500 a year, dude. It ain't cheap, I tell you that right now. It ain't cheap, but you know, I gotta use it. I love this software. I use Photoshop, Premiere, After Effects. I got the whole suite, mate. I got the whole suite. So every single program you could think of to do with Adobe, I've got that. I got that. I ain't got no crack software. I got legit. It's legit. I ain't about that life. Alright. Wait, why am I getting the icons up? Oh no, yeah, that's why. Alright, hold up. I was gonna grab this color here. Actually, let's try this color first. Alright, there we go. Let's try that. But how was everybody's weekend? How did everybody's weekend go? What did you guys get up to on the weekend? Because I already told my story about my weekend. Went to PAX. What did you guys do? What did you guys do on the weekend? I want to know what you guys did. Did you guys play some more Minecraft? They accidentally released an old version of Photoshop for free. What? How did they accidentally release an old version of Photoshop for free? I don't know how that's possible. Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe not that one. Maybe the darker version that will look a little bit better. You guys are probably like, my eyes! What have you done, Cray? Cray, what have you done? My eyes! My bird died. My cat died. I had to rethink life because of that color. Oh god. It's such an overused joke, but it's still funny. Went to a fall festival? What do they do there? What do they do? Let me know what they do. What it is? Are like rides? Is it like a carnival type thing? Obviously there would be some sort of food. What type of food? My eyes! I had a pretty crappy weekend. We're a Christian channel. Thank you. I know you're not trying to swear there. We're a Christian channel. You had a pretty crappy weekend. Alright. Why's that, dude? I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that color. What do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think of these colors. Because, you know, we're trying to get one that actually looks good. And I didn't really like the gray. I wanted to do something that matches up a little bit better. So let me know what you think of these colors that we're all testing out right now. What is this going to look like? Let's just try. I think it's going to be too bright because of the text is going to be white. I don't have to capitalize these, but just for... It came up with the color. Hold up. Ah, there we go. It actually shows the color. How's that work? I don't even know how that works. Alright, whatever. Like a carnival, but I just played soccer. Oh. Cheese and cracker. Oh, my cat, it's running away and her eyes are burning. My eyes are burning like my mixtape. They're lit. It's a lit mixtape. Really light blue that isn't so bright and almost white. Yeah, the problem is I got white text. I have white text, so we can't have a bright color. It has to be a dark color. Oh god. Ow! Ow! My eyes! What'd they do? Who did this? Who did this to me? Trying to think what color it should be. I should have like a quick like shortcut buttons to go home and that type of stuff. What I actually wanted to do was make this wider. So I could actually include some more buttons like refresh and go home. Because I feel like it's missing that. Hold tight, hold tight. Maybe we could have the home button over this side. But it still make it a little bit more wider. A bluish grey. Yeah, that's what it was before though. Also kept close. Let's copy this colour. So this is what it was before. And then let's put it up to blue here. Pop some blue into it. There we go. Let's try that out. That looks... What do you guys think of that? It actually looks pretty bad. I was about to say that looks pretty bad. I said that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. What do you guys think of that darker color? I think it looks good with a blue tinge to it. So whoever suggested that? Who was that? Jake Central. Thank you for the suggestion there. Bit of blue into that actually makes it look pretty good. It's not too blue, but it's just a little bit more blue. And it works well alongside this kind of yellow. With this yellow brownish type color, kind of desaturated yellow, desaturated brown. Works really well actually. But the good thing about this whole system when I actually implement it properly is that it's going to be like a standard color scheme, and you're going to be able to actually change around the color scheme. I did just notice that these here are not working correctly. It's not working correctly. What's going on here? Why is the like buttons big? And why is it not the same width? Yeah, it's strange. That shouldn't be like that. I tell you right now. That shouldn't be like that. Is a personalization app possible where a player can change the window colors? Yeah, that's what I just that's what I just said there. Yeah, I'm gonna implement like a color scheme system that will actually be able to like this is I did explain this in another live stream, but basically I'll say it again. So basically how it's gonna work is that, you know, in the settings app here you'll be able to like go to a bit here, or you better click on a button which will take you to customization. And it will allow you to customize the colors. Now, the color schemes, so you'll be able to do any color you want, but there will be some like presets that you'll be able to load in, but you'll be able to actually fine tune them however you like, I guess. But you'll be able to save those as files as well, so it'll be like a color scheme file. and then you'll be able to send those as normally, so they're just files. So you'll be able to send them, you know, through Endermail, through anything pretty much. So that's how it's gonna work. That's how it's gonna work, and it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool, I reckon. Alright, so that's all good. People said they like it. Yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead. Gotta make sure I do this on the right branch. View branch, compare core, update from core. And we're gonna do this as improved header. Sync. Go back to core, boom, sync that up. Oh, it's already synced, I think. It's pretty crazy how, like, I didn't stream for like 3 days, and like the stream's like just getting back to it. So maybe by tomorrow or by the end of the week, the stream will actually be back on its feet and like alive again. Weekends are always crazy. I was sucked I didn't get to live stream. I didn't get to live stream this weekend, but I was at PAX. I didn't really have the time, and even if I did, I would have been so tired, and so I just would have been not happy pretty much. It would have been boring live streams. Oh god. What the heck? Alright. So that's all Gucci. That's all Gucci in the Louis store. Fix up those colors. We will have to fix up this. I thought I just improved that. We'll just do it again. Alright, there we go. We'll just commit that. Fixed. Fixed by resident. Alright, we're Gucci. Alright, so what's the time right now? I still got an hour. We still got an hour of stream. What is this? Where's my bottle gone? Oh, there it is. I'm just gonna quickly go get some water, guys. So leave me suggestions. Leave me a question for when I'm gone here, and I'll come back and answer it. Are you adding Mine Bay to that or not? Yeah, I'll be working on Mine Bay sometime. Once I like finish kind of getting the API to a good stage, then yeah, I'll continue working on Mine Bay. But for right now, I'm not working on it. But I do want to end the actual mod when it's finished. So yeah. But I'm just gonna fill up my drink bottle real quickly, guys.
Back from the dead.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're all invited to go fucking mental on this motherfucking drop. The countdown has just begun. Are you ready? Let's go.
Now we're back from the dead.
I'm back. Hey guys, look what I got. Look what I got. Oh god. Oh no, the cringe. The cringe is real. People just leave the live stream now. The cringe is too real. Oh god. No. I didn't buy it. It's actually hold up. Ah, it's backwards, but it says Lenovo on it. Lenovo. It's a Lenovo fidget spinner. The best one ever. Is this the swearing song? Whoopsie. Whoopsie, no. Spotify's playing. Go away, Spotify. You suck. Someone's like, there's a pirate in Spotify. There's no way. It's a cracked Spotify. You can't do it. You can't get cracked Spotify, but someone's like, it's cracked Spotify, obviously. Alright, so what we're gonna do now, hold up. Did I actually have that? Let's go to folder real quickly here. IO folder. Did I have this in here? Get folder. Copy into. Do I never use that? Hold up. Move to, copy to. Okay, what? Is that overriding? Ah, it's not, okay. Why do I need a copy into? And why am I just calling copy? That does nothing, it just returns a file. Because this one copies into a folder. Move to. Alright. Switch to files. Get rid of that. Because that's not supposed to be there. And it's not being used anyway, so there's no point keeping it there. I mean, it's not being used anywhere within the default API. So, if it's not being used within the default API, oh no, actually, it's a useless method, I'll tell you that right now, it's useless. Ah, triggered. Oh god. Can you make Cray spinners? Can you release an alpha of this? I have already. Like, there's not going to be anything like different if like I've already got a version released on my website, there's not going to be a whole lot that's going to be different. The only extra thing is you're going to get files and kind of some of the new features, but the one on the website's not really a lot different to what you see right now. And the only thing like why it's not any different is because there's no new applications. They're pretty much the same as they were before. And yeah, just a lot of back end work. Make a Daisy ripoff. I think you got versioning wrong. 1.0 could be, I don't know. 1.0 is the release. There's not going to be a 1.0 until the mod is complete. It's in development. At 1 point, well, if you want a 1 version, we're working on it right now. We're working on it right now, so expect it in a couple of months. It's a good song. Alright, so that's all Gucci. That's all Gucci. Folder here. I wanted to implement a better way to access files and folders. Now, someone did actually, forgot which one it was from. Maybe it was some suggestions. Someone suggested a good icon idea for the rename one, which I want to implement. So, I'll pin it for now. I might pin that one. That's a good idea. I might actually pin good ideas in the actual pin so I don't forget them. That's a good way to kind of filter out a lot of stuff. I think it was support. Someone actually implemented animated icons. I'm not sure how they did it, but I think you can do this through the normal system, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool if you ask me. What do you guys think of that? Someone did this themselves. Animated icons. It's like Apple logo and like, I don't know, that is... And someone's like been changing around stuff. I don't know what that's been going on. But a lot of stuff, like someone's, I don't know what this person's creating, something here. Someone's creating, I don't know what's going on here. Someone's creating emoji, pretty cool. So this is like, someone will be able to do this properly with their new implementation. So it's emoji. Who doesn't want emoji? Alright. I'm like so tired, dudes, but I'm still doing this live stream for you guys today. And if you guys are enjoying this live stream so far, make sure you go ahead, snap that like button. And as well, if you guys want to get a shout out, I know how much you guys want to get shout outs. So if you want a shout out, go to my Twitter profile, retweet the latest tweet that says retweet for a shout out, and I'll be, you know, shouting your name out at the end of this live stream today. But I'm trying to find I was in this one. Hold up. I just wanted to get what his idea on this was. Oh god. What is that? Hold up. Trying to see what he's doing here. Add file dialog. Okay. I think this is it here. No, it's not. It must be down a little bit further. Where was that? There was like an implementation that he did. It's up further. Ah, here it is. Oh god. So pretty much there wasn't an easy way to create folders, create folders, make directories, and that type of stuff using the current, or you could do it through dialogues, but you couldn't do it programmatically very easily. So basically wrote up this quite very hacky way, but it's obviously it probably still worked for him, but it wasn't really the best way for him to do it. But now it works. But it wasn't a good way, so pretty much I gotta write a way for so programmers can access files program through the program instead of dialogues. But the thing is, how do I implement drives into that as well, because that's where it gets a little bit more tricky. So I still might be able to do it, but I'm not going to be able to finish it in this live stream, because it's very difficult. So he's got stuff like make, dir, create. I'm not sure what the difference between the two is. One is just to make a directory, one is to create, but what does it create? Oh no, I think it's just something to do with his... okay, don't worry. There's just a problem in his actual... there's a problem in his code that might trigger something to last forever. There's a potential that he's going to get stuck in a while loop, because he didn't really implement it correctly. But it's a very hacky method that he did. But I want to try and implement a way so people can actually access files and folders real easily. Re-download the mod, it works for me, dude. Why does my website come up as having a virus? What the flip? Exists. Alright. So I basically need a way to create folders really easily and get folders. Now, how I'm going to do that, I don't know. I mean, I know how to do it, but I don't know where to actually put it inside of. Because, I mean, I think I did add like a method called, I don't know if I got it in here or not. Get folder. So you can get a folder. But the thing is, let's say you're creating a path of files and folders. You want to do that in one action compared to having multiple actions. So I want to make sure I do it all in one action, and that it's possible to do it instead of doing multiple actions of creating tons of folders after the other. The bad thing as well, let's say you have lag as well in a server, you're basically going to have whatever your lag is for the creation of each folder, and we can actually turn that into just one action instead of many. So I got to think about it in that way, and that's another thing he didn't think about in his program is lag. So we have a get folder, but it's not like a proper way to do it. I don't want to do it through here. I want to do it through like a not the file browser, maybe the file system. Oh, maybe through drives. Alright, so we want to do like a way to it's very confusing how I'm doing this, because if you guys don't know, I'm creating a file system. I've flipping, like, I mean, not like a one, like on, you know, this operating system here, but like it's still as complicated in thinking how to do stuff, because the problem is that we're dealing with client and server. This is not just a client side or anything. You gotta verify it with the server and that type of stuff, so it's very hard to think of like the design of it and what's going to be best for it, especially designing a public API that everybody can use. I need to design something that everybody, you know, I gotta do something that everybody's gonna be able to use very easily and not get confused. So really, I can't put it in file system because then it defeats the purpose. Like, which drive am I getting it out of, pretty much. It needs to be done in the app or the drive class, I reckon. But I'm not sure if I want to do it in the abstract class or the actual implementation, because it's going to be the same code for these two. Network drive's the exception, where it doesn't actually store anything in it. It actually just links to a position. And then in here, you know, it doesn't have anything about, it says the server folder, but it doesn't actually initialize it. It does actually initialize it. We could potentially create a version that doesn't initialize that, so it doesn't waste any memory. Because there's no point to create this if it's just a network drive. Because we're literally just link. Oh no, we're doing root equals null, but we still created the memory. So, problem with that. Could make it like a protected function, so only. Oh no, well that would work. Oh no, that, yeah, no, it does. Yeah, we can fix that up. I'll do it later on. So network drive, I guess we have to do it inside of here. But the thing is, as well, is we have to load up the main drive. So the main drive is the kind of main one where all your application data goes on. It's the one that first loads when you open up file browser. But the problem again with that is get main drive. Is we need to. Ugh, I'm so tired, guys. Oh god, I'm just yawning on live stream here. Probably like, what is this kid doing? Why is he yawning? It should be live stream. But if you didn't know, I went to Melbourne, went to PAX, so it's been a crazy weekend. Haven't had a lot of sleep. I mean, I caught up last night, but I'm still just. I was getting up early as well. I got up at like 8 AM. So by now I'm getting tired. So it's like 12 hours awake. What about a fast travel system where you have to pay ender pearls? I mean, someone could do it. Can you make a map that function like Google Maps where you can tag places, navigate? That wouldn't be a bad idea. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Like, that's kind of an app idea. I would suggest posting that maybe like over in the actual suggestions thing. I just never been like, how do I, because I've never like in my head actually figured out how to generate or read the map and not take forever. I'll have to look into how other mods render a map. As far as I can see. Nearly 1 hour, what? It's already been an hour. Okay, so... the thing is, I want to implement this into the login system, which is something I haven't developed yet. So maybe a login system is something we work on in the next live stream. But then, like, I want to figure out how to do this nicely, because how am I going to implement that into here? Because this is getting really confusing. There needs to be like some sort of like state system. Kind of like, okay, we're in the login state, and then change over to the actual operating system state. So there would be like 2 different classes. The original class would either be an interface or an abstract. Maybe an interface would be best, because the 2 things would be different. They would again then all need to implement methods such as mouse clicked, mouse released, handle keyboard input, that type of stuff. And a lot of that stuff as well, like, I feel like this is something that I'm repeating myself a lot as well in code, is a lot of the methods I'm repeating a lot. So in component, right, we have like the same methods. We have handle mouse scroll, handle mouse release, handle mouse drag, the same method that are in laptop. I mean, these are kind of more raw methods, but they're very much the same. Those are in layout. So same methods, render handle key typed, this type of stuff, which we then call this. So these are all very common methods that we're using in our program that aren't actually like, you know, standardized almost in a way. So by that, it would be that I create sort of like an interface that has all these standard methods in it that we use for in these certain cases where we have components, layouts, and then the same with this kind of state system. We're going to need all these same methods again. So it's better that we create an interface that implements them all, instead of just rewriting them all as its own individual interface with the same methods. So that's what I'm going to do for that. I think... Alright, okay. I was like, oh, should I end the live stream? No. What we're going to do, we're not going to work on that. I think for this last part of this half an hour of this live stream, we're actually going to work on some icons. I know some of you guys might not be happy about that, but I think it's best we work on some icons here. Just to kind of, you know, have a bit of a chill. You know, just kind of have a relaxed stream, because you guys know I'm tired a little bit. I'm tired a little bit from Melbourne. So just kind of bring it down a little bit of a step here. Removed useless method. Alrighty. You could look at the code for the minimap mod. Yeah, I need something that's open source just so I can get an idea of how that actually works and then create my own implementation. Because that's one thing I've struggled with, is like figuring out how the actual maps work and how it renders it. Does it like capture a state? Like, how does it actively render it and block changes and that type of stuff? I could even look into the Minecraft code, but again, I don't know too much about. Yeah, I just don't want it to be confusing, because I feel like it's something that Forge wouldn't even bother deobfuscating from the obfuscated code, because there's probably a lot of stuff in it. It'd be cool if you upload Cray OS to the Raspberry Pi, making it a real OS. It wouldn't be possible. I mean, like, it's possible for me to like take all my code, re-implement it. I can still use a lot of the same stuff. I just have to create my own implementation of Minecraft's classes that would just work purely on OpenGL. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. And then make it full screen. Make a full screen OpenGL application that just has my operating system, and then be like, hey, it's just an overlaid operating system. Imagine that. That would be weird. It'd be pointless, but it's possible. Maybe I can learn Java by looking at the source code and figuring how does it work. You're better off just actually coding yourself. It's very difficult to look at. I mean, you can look at source code and read how it works, but I feel like you should learn more about Java itself first, and writing your own programs and making mistakes before you start reading source code, especially on very difficult projects, because it can get quite overwhelming with it. I will try dual boot on the Cray OS with my Windows. No, it's not. You can't implement your own. It's not. It's completely different. Can't do that. Alright, so icon stream, yeah, woo! Everyone's excited. That's good. Go back to core here. Go back to decor. What was this? Alright, don't worry. Real Gucci. Alright, so we have like a huge list of icons that we're still getting through here. We have a huge list. Oh, it's actually gotten a little bit smaller, but this is our list here. Let me just align this up better on put that there, put the icon list over here so you guys can see it. So you can see it at the top there at least. So we have cog settings, left, right, justify, Ethernet, minus, every letter and number. That would be a little bit difficult. Emerald coin donate. That would be a cool one to do. A coin icon. Send. Book. Bold, italic, underline, strike through. Hourglass, hammer, wrench. We might actually implement that in. So we got a wrench, but maybe we'll put in a hammer next to that. Poop. We have the poop, verified user, code, reply, alarm. So we got a bunch of them to actually add in. I thought I did the reply, because the reply is essentially this one here. So reply with that. Oh no, it's actually a little bit different. My bad. So I'm going to create a new layer here real quickly. What I like to do is put a background or grey layer on the background so I can actually see it a little bit better. Maybe a bit lighter. No, darker. Alright, so you can see the icons just like a bit better. It's a bit more contrasty. It's not even a word, but I'm going to make it a word. I'm going to make it a flippin' word. Hate me or love me. It's going to be a word. So what we're actually going to do is move this over. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Wrong layer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Get Mario Odyssey now, mate. Oh, nice peach. Thick boy. Nabas, what are you doing? What are you doing, dude? Alright, so I wanted to move these icons just one over because I want to implement it. I wanted to implement this hammer, but I want to have the same style as the wrench that we already implemented, and I feel like it's going to go next to it. I think that's it. Yeah, right, Gucci. So, same handle. We can even copy it, I guess. And then what does a hammer look like? I've got a hammer in my furniture mod. Maybe we'll copy the one from my furniture mod. That might be actually pretty cool. In my opinion. So let's go to documents, GitHub, furniture mod. My sound on my phone. What was that? Okay. Main resources, textures, items. I think it's item. Hammer. Here it is. Open with Photoshop. Aha! Have a look at that. So, is it possible to copy this? Oh god. See, have a look how big this is. This is an 8x8, just this little teeny section here. So, I forgot what it's like. Working with a 16x16 is so much different than working with a 10x10 area. So much more space on this one. So much more space on this. So we're going to create like a basic shape for the hammer. And then we need some shading on it. Oh my god! Hold up. I just realized who's in Stranger Things 2. Oh my god. I literally just realized who that character is that is dating Joyce. Oh my god. I'm such an idiot. I'm such an idiot. Oh my god. There's a guy from Lord of the Rings. Who is the actual guy? Sean Astin. Stranger. Yeah, it's coming up with his name. Stranger Things season 2. Boom. That's who I realized that was. Oh my god, he looks so much different now. What the flip? So you guys are like, what am I talking about? But the guy from one of the characters from Lord of the Rings is in Stranger Things too, and I was like, what the? Like, I didn't even realize. I was like, he looked familiar, and now it's like, oh god. Friday. That is the worst hammer I've ever seen in my life. One person in the chat. It's so hard creating like a thing. Maybe you're mentioning a different... Oh. So we're gonna hammer now. Add that in. Where is it? Wrench. Hammer. Man, like, I feel tired right now, dude. I feel so tired right now, guys. It's so crazy. I'm gonna finish this off. We got 20 minutes left, so I should be able to do it. And then I'm 100% going to bed and watching the last part of the Stranger Things episode. My eyes, that hammer. Alright, so that is pretty much done. Hammer and the wrench is gone. We got a bunch more down here. You guys can't see them, but it's all good. Someone said like a credit card icon. I might do a left, right, and justify. Where is that? Oh, there it is. Left, right, and justify icons. Like we did kind of already do it here. But this is a sort icon. It's different. I might actually make it a little bit different. Song's boring. You're dead to me. So that's left. Left, justify, and right. Left, it should be a center. Whoopsie. Should be a center icon. Left, center, right, justify. So we need another one. Alright, so let's just merge all these back together. So this is gonna be this. Whoops. This one's gonna come across like this as well, except the middle one here is gonna be like that. And then for this right one, simply just gonna have that moved over. Pretty easy icons to create. wonder if that'll actually look good in the program or in the actual game, and we will check that out before we actually end this, you know, off today. We end this live stream off. While running setup workspace.bat, my build fails at fix MC sources. Maybe out of memory. Most likely out of memory. So assign more memory. I forgot how to do it. It's going to be more helpful if you actually post the entire log. Alright, left, right, that. We need to do a bold, italic, underline, and strike through. Somebody actually did it, and I gotta find it. I think it's in probably like suggestions. Let's just type in bold. Here we go, jump to. Boom, there we go. So this is there. Yeah, these are perfect. So might actually snag these. Who was this? Sarko Pete. Don't think they're in the live stream right now, but they did an amazing job. So let's go ahead and sneak these over. I will make them look a little bit better. There's a couple more here. It's like cart, a little coin. Bunch of suggestions in here by you guys. Thank you guys so much. I just want to say that right now. Thank you guys so much for your suggestions. Like, you guys have really helped like this mod a lot. I don't think it would be half of what it was. Not even. I don't think it'd be even like 80% of what it was without your guys' suggestions. So thank you guys so much. You guys have really, you know, helped out in this mod a lot. It would have been nothing without you guys. So thank you guys so much, and there's still some more to come as well. So a lot to be going on. Alright, there we go. Place. We will change the colors of this to be better. We might actually try and do these. See if we can pull this off. Not sure if this would be a good idea, but we'll see. It's like hard to see, but when you actually do load it in game, you might be able to see it a little bit better. But we'll, you know, we'll make sure we can. If not, we'll change around some things. All right, place. I feel like this should be thicker. Should be thicker with 2 C's. Underline. Again, should be thicker again. Thick. Should be a thick boy. We can do this if we actually want to. I guess it will make it thicker. So I have like that. Copy that. And then we might even just make that actual underline part black. Yeah, alright. I feel like I still need to add these in. Maybe only at the top there. Really, it should be there, and actually, yeah, that's yeah. Trying to think how it should work in terms of shading. Yeah, I think it should be like that. I think that's the correct shading for it. The problem with thickening this, and now it makes it 3 wide. I opened up a project and for some reason forward choice was gone and it had a bunch of errors. Probably just refresh your Gradle. Or you just deleted something. So hard to do the shading on this one. Then we have strike through. Whoops. Again, will have to be thicker. Oh god, this is difficult, I tell you right now. So the S at the top should be like that. Alright, hold up. Get rid of that. Yeah, the problem with that is, whoops. We're having a problem here with shading. Oops. So that needs to go, that needs to go. We can't do... Oh no, we can. Move it up one. How high is that? Ah, it's 9. Let's bring it down one. I know we can make it a little bit taller. Yeah, I have to look at this when we're actually in the game. So let's merge them. Let's get rid of that. Save. Let's add these icons in now. So after the A, or the font icon, we have, we'll call it align left, align center, align right, align justify. Then we have bold, italic, underline, strike through, strike through, strike through. Alright, let's load this up, so have a look what it looks like. Cray shading icon, I forgot how it looks. Where can send you the error log? Put it in like off topic in the Discord. Alright, so icons. Boom. Okay, yeah. They need some work. My eyes! They're very bad. They are very, very bad. I might... Someone's just like, what are you doing to your life, Cray? But I mean, these look good. They work. I might even make that bigger, because it can be 1 pixel bigger around the edges. But I mean, it's pretty good so far. Pretty good so far, if you ask me. It may be even that I change the color around for them, make them more, maybe like just white and grey, to be more generic instead of implementing one of these colors, because I did choose cyan, but maybe it's better I go for just like a plain look for all of these and use like the same type of grays for all of them. That might look good, which we can't do actually. It's the end of the live stream. Holy crap. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do shout outs right now. So I'm gonna head over to Twitter, let me get up to my notifications. Retweet for a shout out. Let's go into this. So you know, it was a quiet live stream, but we got retweets here from Al Rafford, Yoni Mella, Ruben, Zoramier. I see these regulars here. Darshan Paladisai. Don't really know how to say it. Boflo and D minor 625. Thank you guys for the retweets there over on Twitter. If you guys enjoyed this live stream today, make sure you go ahead, snap that like button right in half. If you guys like these icons, let me know, but these ones definitely need to be changed around. And that's going to be it for this live stream. I will see you guys tomorrow where we continue, and I should be a whole lot better tomorrow. So yeah, should be back into it full force tomorrow. Let's do it. That's it guys. I will see every one of you guys later. Bye.